Number 6. Harley-Davidson Street 750. The Harley-Davidson Street 750 represented the company's ambitious attempt to attract younger riders and expand into emerging global markets. A motorcycle designed to carry the Harley-Davidson brand into a new era of international growth and demographic diversity. Marketing materials promised authentic Harley character at an accessible price point, with modern engineering that would deliver reliability while maintaining the emotional connection that defined the brand. Consumer Reports data revealed that the Street 750 failed spectacularly to deliver on virtually every promise Harley had made. Owner satisfaction scores ranked among the lowest in Harley's entire lineup, with reliability ratings that fell well below industry averages and resale values that collapsed more rapidly than any other model in the company's recent history. The Street 750 didn't just disappoint potential new customers, it damaged Harley's reputation among existing loyalists. The most fundamental problem was an engine that felt completely disconnected from Harley-Davidson's heritage and character. The liquid-cooled Revolution X V-twin, while technically competent, delivered power in a way that lacked the distinctive character that defined authentic Harley motorcycles. Owners reported that the Street 750 sounded, felt, and rode more like a generic motorcycle with Harley badges than a genuine expression of the company's engineering philosophy. Brake performance became a significant safety concern, with numerous owners reporting inadequate stopping power that felt dangerous in emergency situations. Consumer Reports noted that the Street 750's brake system required longer stopping distances than comparable motorcycles, a problem compounded by brake feel that provided poor feedback to riders. Several recalls addressed brake-related issues, but the problems persisted throughout the model's production run. Component quality throughout the Street 750 reflected cost-cutting measures that damaged the bike's durability and owner satisfaction. Cheap switchgear, flimsy bodywork, and electrical connections that proved vulnerable to moisture created reliability problems that contradicted Harley's premium brand image. Owners discovered that their Street 750s required more frequent maintenance and repairs than motorcycles costing thousands less. Heat management became a serious problem in stop-and-go traffic, where the Street 750 would generate uncomfortable levels of engine heat, despite its liquid cooling system. The problem was particularly severe in urban riding conditions, where the bike's intended mission as city transportation became genuinely unpleasant during warm weather. Some owners reported minor burns from contact with overheated components. The Street 750's handling characteristics disappointed riders who expected Harley engineering to deliver confidence-inspiring performance. The motorcycle felt unstable at highway speeds, exhibited poor feedback through corners, and demonstrated suspension behavior that seemed inadequately developed for its intended mission. Consumer Reports noted that handling scores consistently fell below average for the entry-level cruiser category. Perhaps most damaging was the Street 750's complete failure to achieve its primary mission of attracting new riders to the Harley-Davidson brand. Instead of creating positive first impressions that would lead to lifetime brand loyalty, the Street 750's problems drove potential customers toward competitors and damaged Harley's reputation among existing owners who had recommended the brand to friends and family members. The secondary market rejection was swift and brutal. Street 750 motorcycles depreciated at rates that made them among the worst financial investments in motorcycling, with some examples losing over 50% of their value within 2 years of purchase. Dealers struggled to move used Street 750s even at deeply discounted prices, reflecting widespread market awareness of the model's reputation problems. Number 5. BMW G310R. The BMW G310R represented the German manufacturer's ambitious entry into the small displacement naked bike segment, a motorcycle that promised to bring BMW's legendary engineering excellence and premium brand experience to riders seeking affordable performance. The collaboration with TVS in India was positioned as combining German engineering precision with cost-effective manufacturing, creating a bike that would democratize access to BMW's premium motorcycle experience. Consumer Reports data revealed that the G310R failed catastrophically to deliver the quality and refinement expected from the BMW brand. Owner satisfaction scores consistently ranked among the lowest in the entry-level naked bike category, with reliability ratings that fell well below industry standards and build quality that contradicted BMW's premium positioning. the G310R became known as the BMW that didn't feel like a BMW. Vibration levels throughout the G310R exceeded what riders expected from any modern motorcycle, particularly one bearing BMW's logo. The single-cylinder engine generated harsh, intrusive vibrations that made extended riding genuinely uncomfortable and contributed to premature loosening of components throughout the bike. Owners reported that the vibration was so severe it affected vision at certain RPM ranges, creating potential safety concerns. Clutch quality became a major reliability issue, with numerous owners reporting premature clutch failure, difficult engagement, and unpredictable grab characteristics that made smooth riding nearly impossible. The clutch problems were particularly problematic for new riders, the G310R's intended market, as they created additional challenges during the learning process, when smooth operation was most important for building confidence. Electrical system reliability proved problematic throughout the G310R's production run, with owners reporting failures of critical components including ignition systems, charging systems, and electronic controls. These weren't minor inconveniences but rather fundamental reliability problems that left riders stranded and created expensive repair bills that seemed inconsistent with the bike's economy positioning. The G310R's build quality reflected manufacturing standards that felt inconsistent with BMW's premium brand image. Paint adhesion problems, premature corrosion of metal components, and poor fit and finish created the impression of a motorcycle built to a price point rather than a standard. Owners consistently reported that their G310Rs felt cheap in ways that contradicted their expectations of German engineering quality. Dealer service experiences compounded owner frustration as BMW's traditional premium service approach proved inadequate for addressing the G310R's systematic quality problems. Many dealers lacked experience with the model's unique issues, while parts availability problems created extended repair delays that left owners without transportation for weeks at a time. Consumer Reports predicted reliability rating for the G310R earned a poor designation, reflecting systematic problems that affected large percentages of the bikes produced. The rating was particularly damaging because it contradicted BMW's careful cultivation of a reputation for engineering excellence and manufacturing quality that justified premium pricing. The most ironic aspect of the G310R's failure was its complete contradiction of BMW's brand values. The motorcycle that was supposed to introduce new riders to German engineering excellence instead provided their first experience with poor quality control, inadequate reliability, and disappointing performance that drove them toward competitors rather than creating brand loyalty. Secondary market performance reflected widespread awareness of the G310R's problems. Resale values collapsed more rapidly than any other BMW model, with some examples losing over 60% of their value within 3 years. The depreciation was so severe that many owners found themselves financially trapped, unable to sell without accepting catastrophic losses. Number 4. Triumph Tiger 800. The original Triumph Tiger 800 arrived with enormous expectations and impeccable credentials, positioned as the British manufacturer's answer to BMW's dominance in the mid-size adventure touring segment. Built on Triumph's reputation for innovative engineering and distinctive character, the Tiger 800 promised to deliver authentic adventure capability with the reliability needed for serious exploration. Early reviews praised its balance, handling characteristics, and distinctive triple-cylinder engine character. Consumer Reports data revealed that the first-generation Tiger 800's real-world performance fell far short of its promotional promises. Owner satisfaction scores consistently ranked below average for the adventure touring category, with reliability ratings that reflected systematic problems affecting critical systems. The Tiger 800 became known among adventure riders as the bike that looked perfect for exploration but couldn't be trusted away from dealer service networks. Overheating became the Tiger 800's most notorious problem, with numerous owners reporting engine temperature issues that ranged from uncomfortable to genuinely dangerous. The motorcycle's cooling system proved inadequate for sustained low-speed operation, making technical off-road riding virtually impossible in warm weather. Some owners reported engine damage from overheating incidents, creating expensive repair bills and undermining confidence in the bike's durability. Stalling issues plagued the Tiger 800 throughout its early production run, with the motorcycle shutting down unexpectedly during critical riding situations. The problem was particularly dangerous during off-road riding, where sudden power loss could leave riders stranded in remote locations or create safety hazards on technical terrain. Triumph issued multiple software updates and recalls, but the problems persisted for many owners. Electrical system reliability became a constant source of frustration for Tiger 800 owners, with failures affecting everything from ignition systems to electronic displays. The problems were particularly problematic given the bike's intended mission as an adventure touring machine, where electrical reliability could be critical for navigation and communication in remote areas. Many owners reported carrying backup electrical components during extended trips. The fuel injection system exhibited calibration problems that affected rideability throughout the rev range, with hesitation, surging, and unpredictable throttle response that made smooth progress difficult. The problems were particularly noticeable during technical riding situations where precise throttle control was essential for maintaining traction and control. Aftermarket fuel management solutions became popular among owners seeking to fix what Triumph had gotten wrong. Consumer Reports noted that early adopters of the Tiger 800 expressed particularly strong disappointment because they had purchased based on Triumph's reputation for building distinctive, reliable motorcycles. Forum discussions filled with long-time Triumph enthusiasts expressing genuine surprise that the company had released a motorcycle with such fundamental problems affecting core functionality. The Tiger 800's reputation problems were compounded by dealer service experiences that revealed the systematic nature of the bike's issues. Many dealers became overwhelmed with warranty claims and struggled to provide effective solutions for problems that affected multiple systems simultaneously. Extended repair delays and repeated service visits created additional frustration for owners who had purchased adventure bikes specifically for their reliability. Perhaps most damaging to the Tiger 800's legacy was its impact on Triumph's reputation among serious adventure riders, who represented a crucial market segment for the company's growth ambitions. The bike's problems drove many potential customers toward BMW and other competitors, creating market share losses that took years for Triumph to recover through improved subsequent generations. Number 3. Ducati Multistrada 1200. The Ducati Multistrada 1200 represented the Italian manufacturer's vision of the ultimate sport touring motorcycle, a machine that promised to combine Ducati's legendary performance capabilities with the comfort and versatility needed for serious long-distance travel. Marketing materials celebrated its advanced electronics, powerful L-twin engine, and innovative 4-riding mode system that could allegedly transform the bike's character at the touch of a button. Consumer Reports data revealed that the pre-DVT Multistrada 1200's ownership experience was defined more by frustration than satisfaction. Owner satisfaction scores consistently ranked among the lowest in Ducati's lineup, with reliability ratings that reflected the bike's reputation as a magnificent machine when it worked properly, but one that worked properly far less often than owners expected. The Multistrada became known as the gorgeous pain machine among riders who loved its capabilities but hated its dependability. The desmodromic valve system, while technologically fascinating, created maintenance requirements that bordered on the absurd for a motorcycle positioned as a touring machine. Valve adjustments required specialized tools, extensive labor, and costs that could exceed $2,000 per service, making routine maintenance more expensive than major repairs on most motorcycles. Owners discovered that touring on a Multistrada meant planning routes around Ducati dealers rather than scenic destinations. Heat management became a significant problem during stop-and-go riding, where the Multistrada 1200 would generate levels of engine heat that made urban riding genuinely uncomfortable. The problem was particularly severe during summer touring, where traffic delays could create conditions that were literally unbearable for riders. Some owners reported minor burns from contact with overheated components, while others described having to stop frequently during city riding to allow cooling. Electrical system complexity created multiple points of potential failure, with owners reporting problems ranging from minor display glitches to complete system failures that left bikes inoperative. The Multistrada's advanced electronics, while impressive in concept, proved vulnerable to moisture, vibration, and the normal stresses of motorcycle operation. Many owners learned to carry backup electrical components during extended touring. The sophisticated suspension system, while capable of impressive performance when functioning correctly, proved vulnerable to seal failures, damping inconsistencies, and electronic control problems that could leave riders with suspension that felt completely different from day to day. Replacement costs for failed suspension components often exceeded the value of entire motorcycles from other manufacturers. Consumer Reports noted that Multistrada 1200 owners expressed a unique form of disappointment. They genuinely loved their bikes when everything worked properly, but the frequency of problems made reliable transportation impossible. Many owners described a love-hate relationship where incredible performance capabilities were overshadowed by constant anxiety about mechanical reliability. The secondary market response reflected widespread awareness of the Multistrada 1200's reputation problems. Despite its impressive performance capabilities and distinctive character, resale values remained depressed by buyer concerns about maintenance costs and reliability issues. Many examples sat unsold for months, while similar bikes from other manufacturers moved quickly. Perhaps most telling was the response from Ducati loyalists, who typically defend the brand's engineering choices with fierce devotion. Even hardcore Ducati enthusiasts acknowledged that the pre-DVT Multistrada 1200 represented a case where the company's pursuit of technological sophistication had compromised the fundamental reliability needed for the bike's intended mission as a long-distance touring machine. Number 2. Harley-Davidson Pan America. The Harley-Davidson Pan America represented the company's most ambitious motorcycle development project in decades, a radical departure from cruiser tradition that promised to establish Harley as a serious competitor in the lucrative adventure touring segment. Built around an entirely new liquid-cooled V-twin engine and featuring sophisticated electronics, the Pan America was positioned as proof that Harley could build motorcycles that competed with BMW and other premium adventure bikes on performance rather than heritage alone. Consumer Reports data revealed that early production Pan America motorcycles suffered from systematic quality problems that undermined their ambitious technical capabilities. Owner satisfaction scores fell well below average for the adventure touring category, with reliability ratings that reflected fundamental issues affecting multiple systems. The Pan America became known as the Harley that promised everything but delivered disappointment to riders who had believed the company's transformation narrative. Electronic control unit glitches plagued early Pan America models, with owners reporting everything from random error messages to complete system shutdowns that left bikes inoperative. The problems were particularly frustrating because they often occurred without warning and couldn't be resolved through simple troubleshooting procedures. Many owners reported being stranded by electronic failures that required dealer diagnosis and repair. Suspension system failures affected numerous early production units, with owners reporting sudden loss of damping, irregular operation, and complete component failures that created dangerous riding conditions. The sophisticated semi-active suspension system, while impressive when functioning properly, proved vulnerable to seal failures and electronic control problems that could leave riders with completely unpredictable handling characteristics. Overheating issues became apparent during sustained low-speed operation, particularly during technical off-road riding where the Pan America's adventure touring mission required extended periods of reduced airflow. The problems were ironic given that overheating had been a chronic issue with air-cooled Harley engines, yet the new liquid-cooled system still struggled with thermal management under demanding conditions. Build quality problems affected multiple aspects of early Pan America production, with owners reporting paint defects, premature corrosion, loose fasteners, and electrical connector issues that suggested inadequate quality control procedures. These weren't just cosmetic problems but rather systematic issues that indicated fundamental manufacturing process problems affecting the entire production line. The Pan America's advanced electronics, while sophisticated in concept, proved vulnerable to moisture intrusion, vibration damage, and software glitches that created intermittent problems difficult to diagnose and repair. Many owners reported that their bikes exhibited different electronic behaviors from day to day, making it impossible to develop confidence in the system's reliability. Consumer Reports noted that Pan America owners expressed particularly strong disappointment because they had purchased based on Harley's promises of transformation and technical excellence. The bike represented many owners' leap of faith in the company's ability to compete beyond its traditional cruiser market, making the reliability problems feel like personal betrayal rather than simple mechanical issues. Dealer service experiences compounded owner frustration, as many Harley dealerships lacked experience with the Pan America's complex systems and unique maintenance requirements. Parts availability problems and extended repair delays created situations where owners were without transportation for weeks, while dealers struggled to obtain components and technical guidance from the factory. The Pan America's problems were particularly damaging because they occurred during Harley's crucial transformation period, when the company was attempting to attract younger, more diverse riders who expected modern reliability standards. Instead of proving Harley's technical competence, early Pan America problems reinforced perceptions that the company couldn't execute beyond its traditional comfort zone. Number 1. Royal Enfield Himalayan. The Royal Enfield Himalayan arrived amid tremendous excitement as the affordable adventure motorcycle that would democratize exploration and bring genuine off-road capability to budget-conscious riders worldwide. Built on Royal Enfield's reputation for simple, authentic motorcycles, and positioned as the spiritual successor to classic British adventure machines, the Himalayan promised to deliver rugged reliability at a price point that made adventure riding accessible to everyone. Consumer Reports data revealed that early Himalayan models suffered from quality control problems so severe and widespread that they redefined what it meant for a motorcycle to disappoint its riders. Owner satisfaction scores consistently ranked among the lowest in motorcycling history, with reliability ratings that reflected systematic failures affecting virtually every component of the machine. The Himalayan became infamous as the adventure bike that couldn't complete adventures. Frame cracking became the Himalayan's most notorious problem, with numerous owners reporting catastrophic structural failures that rendered their bikes unsafe and unrideable. The failures weren't limited to extreme riding conditions, but occurred during normal road use, suggesting fundamental design or manufacturing flaws in the bike's primary structure. Images of cracked Himalayan frames became internet memes, symbolizing spectacular quality control failure. Electrical system problems plagued virtually every early Himalayan, with owners reporting failures affecting ignition, lighting, charging, and electronic displays. The problems weren't minor inconveniences, but rather fundamental reliability issues that could leave riders stranded in remote locations where the bike's adventure touring mission was most vulnerable to mechanical failure. Many owners learned to carry complete electrical spare parts kits. Engine reliability issues affected thousands of early Himalayas, with owners reporting oil leaks, premature wear, overheating, and complete mechanical failures within the first few thousand miles of ownership. The single-cylinder engine, while conceptually appropriate for adventure riding, exhibited manufacturing quality problems that suggested inadequate production processes and quality control procedures. The fuel injection system proved so problematic that Royal Enfield issued multiple recalls and software updates, yet many owners continued experiencing starting problems, stalling, and irregular idle that made reliable operation impossible. Some owners reported that their Himalayas would start and run differently each day, making trip planning impossible because mechanical reliability couldn't be predicted. Build quality throughout early Himalayas reflected manufacturing standards that seemed inconsistent with any modern production motorcycle. Paint adhesion problems, premature rust formation, loose fasteners, and poor assembly tolerances created bikes that began deteriorating from the moment they left dealerships. Owners consistently reported that their new Himalayas felt like they had been assembled hastily with inadequate attention to detail. Consumer Reports noted that Himalayan owners expressed a unique form of frustration because the bike's concept was so appealing and its price so attractive that many riders wanted desperately to love their machines, despite obvious problems. Forum discussions filled with owners attempting creative solutions to fix fundamental flaws that should have been addressed during development and production. The service experience compounded owner frustration as Royal Enfield's limited dealer network struggled to provide adequate support for the volume of warranty claims generated by systematic quality problems. Many owners reported waiting months for parts or repairs while their adventure bikes sat unusable in dealer service bays. Perhaps most tragically, the early Himalayan's problems occurred just as Royal Enfield was attempting to rebuild its reputation and expand globally beyond its traditional Indian market. The quality control failures damaged the company's credibility with Western buyers and reinforced negative stereotypes about Indian motorcycle manufacturing that took years to overcome through improved subsequent production. The secondary market response was swift and brutal, with early Himalayas becoming virtually unsaleable regardless of price. Even after Royal Enfield addressed many quality problems in later production runs, the early model's reputation for catastrophic unreliability made them examples that serious adventure riders actively avoided, regardless of their attractive pricing.